What is going on, people? Welcome back. To Welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 81. My name is Brendan. You can, of course, find me on the YouTubes. At youtube.com/Retel Factor. You can find this show, the Top Tier Podcast, at youtube.com/Top Tier Podcast, as well as iTunes, SoundCloud, and every major podcast service out there.
Podbean?
Might not be on Podbean.
You're not on Podbean?
No, because Podbean's like a host. So that's the place you would host. We used to host our shit on Podbean.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
But it was cheaper to go with SoundCloud.
With what?
SoundCloud. It's more universal.
It's cheaper to go with.
I didn't finish the rest of it. I just mouthed it.
With what?
It's cheaper to go with.
You're like scamming them or something. Can't say the name. It's like if they find out, they're gonna kick us out.
My voice just left me there at the end, dude. With me today, Lou Tixon.
What?
And Benjamin Espinoza.
Buenas noches.
Espinoza.
Just dropping, man.
Espinoza.
You're the Espinoza, dude.
Yeah, Espinoza.
Let's try again.
I just realized there was a nose in your name.
Yeah.
I never, in all the years
Thank
I've
God
known you,
it's
I've
not
never.
It should still banned on my Twitch channel. Oh, how you guys doing?
We boolin', man. We chillin'.
What? It's
Boolin'. It's like we coolin', but like the blood say it, so they say boolin' instead of coolin'. Which so they just
I don't even know
chillin'.
Is that an
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Like Urban Dictionary told me that.
Yo, man.
Most reliable.
It is.
I mean, when it comes to
kind of is, though.
when it comes to the Ebonics and the slang, it's like I don't know. I'd trust that over Webster's, dude.
They might have Bulan.
Exactly, it's missing information, dude.
It's like a
people say
city in China somewhere or something. It's just
City in China.
like, yeah, I don't think this is what I'm looking for.
How are you met on Boolin? Like the city?
Oh, like a city.
I was like, what? Oh my god.
Bitch.
You traveling?
Yeah, we was just in Boolin. Had us some soup dumplings and shit. Yeah, them dumplings is tight.
So it's been a week. First of all, I wanted to say that so this episode
I tried to let it go, man. Episode, dude.
This episode goes live Tuesday, January 3rd.
It's gonna go live on.
Yo, man.
No, dude, it's going live on January.
Yo, we're gonna need some ASL up in this, man.
It's so dumb, dude. ASL, dude.
Some ASL.
It's just like Photoshop an interpreter right here, dude.
For anyone watching the show.
You're just doing the sign language and shit.
Whatever.
That made up sign.
Yo, man, that's pretty offensive, dude. Weren't you dude, you were in ASL, weren't you, with Chuppy?
I never thought of. I guess it would be the equivalent of if I was making fun of Chinese or something.
Yeah,
now
dude.
just ching chong.
Yeah, exactly, man.
I'm
I've never thought of that.
Or that's just bad, dude.
I'm fucking crying, dude. Oh my god.
You went with the clicks, though.
You went with
The clicks. You would.
Man, gotta represent the minorities, dude.
God damn.
oh my god.
I already worked out my abs today, dude. I don't. Oh,
Ooh,
This episode's going to the gutter. It's gone to the gutter, man.
that's the hardest I've laughed in quite a while, man. You're fake ASL. You played a fucking saxophone. Dude. What is that?
You're like petting a cat, dude. We're like,
It's like-
we're done, man. We're done. That's it. We're getting taken down.
oh, fuck.
how long was that laughing?
You know what, on the bright side
Oh,
is that no one who knows ASL probably listens to this podcast.
yeah. Well, it's not ASL friendly, that's for sure.
Exactly.
And definitely.
That's a bad joke. That was a really bad joke.
So bad, but it's true, dude. Oh, dude.
Okay, yo.
Okay.
I mean, not everyone who has.
Okay.
Not
What's
not everyone that does
Okay.
ASL is deaf, though.
That's true.
That's true, man. There's a lot of people. I mean, honestly, I wish I would have learned it. To be honest, yeah, it's a good skill to have.
Fuck. Okay, let's dial it back in here.
I can't wait to watch this episode back, man.
No, it's
This
just.
episode goes live on January 30th. The fuck are you saying? What's so funny now, dude?
Yeah, it's-
Just the fact that it started with that.
We went off this crazy tangent.
Yeah, so it goes live in January. It just went off. It just went off, dude.
Oh. And,
Oh my God.
And so then the time of this airing, so then yesterday, the first trailer for Monday Night Fights is up.
Oh, the
As
trailer's
in,
out.
As in the 26th? Wait, no, today's the 27th.
Today's the 27th.
So
like,
when is this going up?
the 30th. And so
Oh, okay, so
Bear's putting the
29th.
trailer up on the 29th. Already confirmed with him. He said I could
Oh.
talk about it.
Tight.
And
Hold up, the trailer's up. I didn't see no trailer.
the trailer is up right now
Dang.
as of
As
you know.
of this video
So we haven't
being
seen
out.
it yet.
Okay. Right.
But,
okay.
Yeah, man,
So-
it's gonna be cool.
I'm looking forward to it,
I'm
man.
looking forward to we watched a rough cut that's probably going to be a Patreon exclusive
Yeah, yeah.
sometime soon of episode 1.
Yeah.
And dude, it's hilarious. Bear did such a good job.
He really did.
He
yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
such a good job, and I can't wait to see the rest.
He's got a vision, man.
Just some stupid shit.
I mean, it's gonna be good. I think.
And so it's obviously going to be great for this podcast too. So it might be a nice healthy injection of new viewers. And
And the,
Some incentive.
This
the
is
last,
check
the
out the
last
page.
5 minutes is what
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
in for, man.
it's a good representation of what this podcast is all about.
What you can expect here?
So I don't know when the first episode goes up, but yeah, the trailer is now up. So
That's
check that
awesome.
shit out over at youtube.com/BayRudy.
Beirut.
And shout outs for him. So Lou, you're a big actor, right?
Hell
Have you
yeah.
seen the Oscar noms?
I did see the Oscar
Ben,
noms.
have you
Yeah,
seen
yeah.
them?
No.
Should we just go through them?
Yeah,
real
let's hear it.
quick?
Let's hear
Let's.
it.
Okay. So
I mean, I still need to catch up on most of the movies, though. To be honest,
did you watch Did you watch the Golden Globes?
I watched just
Or
like
did you just,
the
like, see
no,
the, like,
yeah, just like this
See
everything.
who won? Who?
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. I don't have cable, dude. Who has cable these
Yeah,
days, right?
seriously, who
I
has
have
cable?
dude. It's a fucking ripoff.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we pay so much, and we only get like a handful of channels. Every time I see, ooh, this is on, we don't have it. I'm just like, what the fuck am I paying for here, dude?
Oh, that's whack, man.
But it's honestly, I'm still paying for HBO. I just gotta cancel my HBO because I only have it for Game of Thrones.
Mhm. And you don't get it this year.
No,
so-
it's coming out 2019.
Yeah,
dude.
next year.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But I watched like The Deuce and some other stuff on there. I want to watch like what's it called, In the Night or some shit like that.
Which one's that one?
It's the one with
It's familiar.
it's the one with John Turturro.
Ah, yeah.
Where he plays the lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, Best Picture. Call Me by Your Name. Is that that's the one?
Someone with Army Hammer.
Right.
And the other one, it's kind of like very like Euro.
It's
film.
about like the homosexual, the kid, right? The younger dude. Is
I
that
don't know
the
what
one?
it's about, to be honest. I just, yeah, but yeah, it's one with the other kids in it. Apparently, he's great in the film.
Yeah, he got
Yeah.
nominated for
Yeah.
Best Actor. And we'll go through it here. Darkest Hour. Which one's
It's
Darkest
the one
Hour?
with Gary Oldman playing.
Oh, he's
Winston
playing,
Churchill.
Churchill,
Yeah.
that's right. And he kills it, dude.
Yeah.
He looks super old.
Well, like
phenomenal.
his makeup artist, like that Japanese dude, I think,
Mhm.
like just like killed it with that makeup, dude. Like it looks so legit.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we got Dunkirk which I still haven't seen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see that movie.
You're not gonna see it.
No. Did we not talk about this before?
We've talked about it.
Yeah. But the misrepresentation.
Oh, that's right.
And it was just so sad that Christopher Nolan would go that route.
Get Out, which is insane that it's nominated.
It deserves it. Yeah, I'd say it deserves it.
But it's just like, how often do you get like a horror movie?
It's just a different kind of film.
It's like a thriller movie. Nominated for Best Picture? That never happens. Ever.
Yeah.
Lady Bird, Phantom Thread, Daniel Day-Lewis. Is that his last movie? I hear
Yes,
he's retiring,
yeah. It's supposed to be his last film. He's supposed to retire. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, people say that all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Jay-Z's.
Like, how do you retire from being an artist? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah.
It's always there. It's like that's like when Tarantino's like, I only got like a few more films. I'm just like, bullshit.
But I mean, I don't know. He seems the kind of guy that he'd
quit while he's Tarantino's
like he might write and stuff and just like not direct or.
Well, I mean, he said that he's gonna write novels.
Well, Tarantino, I think Tarantino's strongest part of his films is the writing. Dude, he's such a good writer. Yeah. The Post, which pisses me off because that's an Oscar bait film. That movie.
Which one was The Post again?
That's the one with Tom Hanks.
Meryl Streep,
and directed by Steven Spielberg. It's just like, and it comes out right at the end of the year. It's just like, get the fuck out of here, dude. And then The Shape of Water.
So good, dude.
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Still need to see that.
That's like, I watched the trailer for it because I didn't even hear about this movie until the Golden Globes happened. I got all those nominations. I watched the trailer. I'm just like, holy shit, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, dude, it's
like the same people as in Bruges and
Seven Psychopaths.
Yeah. Have you seen either of those?
No.
Oh, you should.
Yeah,
you'd like them for sure.
And Frances McDormand, she's just, and plus I love Sam Rockwell
great.
too.
Both of them. Yeah, they're both great.
Interesting.
So lead actors, we got Timothy Chalamet. Am I saying that right?
I don't know, dude.
From Call Me by Your Name. Daniel Day-Lewis, Phantom Thread, Daniel Kaluuya
from Get Out.
Gary Oldman, Denzel for Roman J. Israel. What movie is that?
The one with Roman J. Israel. It didn't get much buzz, to be honest.
No.
But I mean, it's probably gonna go to Gary Oldman.
Give me your predictions.
I mean, I need to see. Basically, let me see this. So you see, Call Me by Your Name.
Are we looking at so
Phantom Thread.
Best Picture? I would say, like, just looking at the number of nominations, Shape of Water has like a ridiculous amount. I think it's like 10 or over 10.
Right.
So I think they might have a good chance of taking Best Picture. But at the same time, if you remember, like in the past years, sometimes it's not the movie with the most nominations that gets Best Picture. Look at like Spotlight, for instance, where Spotlight missed like every nomination that it was, every award that it was nominated for, but it got Best Picture.
Yeah.
It's just like, sometimes one part, like the sum of all its parts is greater than, each like individual thing.
See, at this point in time, I've only seen, for like lead actor, I've only seen Get Out. I've only seen Get Out.
Okay,
there you go.
Actress.
So we got Sally Hawkins for Shape of Water. Frances McDormand, 3 Billboards. I think she's got it, dude. Just from like the buzz.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie from I, Tonya.
I need to see that too.
Not from Suicide Squad.
How do you pronounce her name?
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan. She was on SNL, and her entire monologue was dedicated to how to pronounce her name.
She's really good though.
She's awesome, dude. Yeah, she's been around. She's super young, but she started as like a young actress.
The first time I saw her was in Atonement. She was a kid in that.
First time I saw her was in Lovely Bones when she. She was in that one.
Yeah. Yes, she was.
Supporting actor, we got Willem Dafoe. Woody Harrelson for 3 Billboards. Richard Jenkins, Shape of Water. Christopher Plummer, All the Money in the World, which is a surprising one because he's the guy who went in and replaced Kevin Spacey.
Last minute, and I can't remember, like, just they shot all this shit in like such a short amount of time. I can't remember exactly how short, but it was like really like whoa.
Do you think that played a factor in the nomination?
Possibly.
Right. And like that's why a lot of people were saying that like the reason why James Franco got snubbed this year is because of all the allegations that have recently come out about him. You know what I mean? And so now he got snubbed. Like he didn't get he didn't get nominated for lead actor, even though he won the Golden Globe. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean he like denied those too.
Do you think
on TV?
There's probably a lot of politics in these.
Of course there is.
And then Sam Rockwell for 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. So there's actually there's 2 supporting actors nominated for that movie. I really gotta see it. And then we'll just end off over at supporting actress Mary J. Blige from Mudbound, which I hear was amazing.
It's on Netflix. You can still see
it?
Yeah.
Allison Janney for I, Tonya. I think she plays like her mom or something like that, and she's just like does a really good job.
Yeah.
Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread. I hear like Phantom Thread is like it's a movie that's just like it's got the story is like whatever, but it's like the cinematography
and the acting is
like,
yeah. That's what I hear too.
Laurie Metcalf, Lady Bird, and then Octavia Spencer for Shape of Water. So it's crazy. Like if you look down, like for all these nominations, dude, it's insane how many Shape of Water is on here for.
Have you seen it yet?
No, dude.
No. I think it totally deserves all the nominations. Yeah, you should see it. 'Cause, like when I left that theater, dude, I was like, man, this is like the reason why we go to the cinema.
Yeah.
Because it's been such a long time since I've had that feeling. Like because like like being in the industry, like. Anytime I like watch a movie, I'll break things down, I'll analyze, like I'm not like as invested as I should be.
Well, it's different when you're like in acting, right?
But also unless like the movie's just that good, and like Shape of Water was just that good that I was just like so invested the whole time, and like I was just like along for the ride. I didn't even think of anything else until like after the movie when I started like looking back on it. So you should, I recommend it, man, highly.
Guillermo, dude, what was his last movie? Because it's been a while, hasn't it?
The last movie he did.
Yeah, he got me there.
It was Crimson Peak.
Oh, that's right, with Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston, Jessica Chastain.
Yeah. Okay. That was a weird movie too.
I like that movie a lot, though. Did you see it? Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, I did see it. It's been like I saw it like when it came out, not since. Director, let's go through this real quick. So Dunkirk, Christopher Nolan. This is a big one here. Jordan Peele for Get Out.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
And again, man,
he deserves it though.
That's
he deserves
awesome,
it for sure.
And then Greta Gerwig for Lady Bird, which is her first movie she's ever directed, so that's another crazy thing.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson for Phantom Thread, and then Guillermo del Toro for Shape of Water. So
that's gonna be an interesting one.
Those are all strong. I would say Guillermo.
I mean, out of those, I'm actually surprised that those. I thought there'd be
more
others on there. Yeah.
But
out of all those, I mean,
the only one that has 10 is Best Picture, right?
Right.
And then every other has like usually 5, or I guess it depends. You know what really is like. You look at all these, like, okay, every movie on here is generally pretty good, but then you look at some of the like individual categories, and it's just like, what the fuck, that's on there? Or even for something like animated feature. Really, we're gonna put Boss Baby as best animated feature?
I mean, there wasn't like, what else are you gonna put on there?
But is it like if there's nothing else, do you have to nominate something? Oh, that's.
I imagine.
Well, why wouldn't you though? I mean, if you made something, right? And I mean,
it's for the year.
And the thing is, I'm sure there has to follow certain criteria. So if it meets that criteria, then you put it in.
I think you have to apply too.
Yeah.
To be nominated.
Yeah, you do.
So I mean, like as long as you meet the criteria, I think. Yeah.
Then why would it?
Then they can nominate you.
Even if it's
because I've seen like animated feature have like 3 nominations one year just because there weren't that many. But I guess there were just. I don't know, man. It's just like sometimes it's like, what is it best to just not nominate something if it was like not good? Because I hear Boss Baby was very suspect. Also, like Ferdinand was not good either, which is about like a.
I haven't heard anything
about
Ferdinand.
Yeah, about a bull.
I mean, Coco's supposed to be. Have you seen Coco yet?
Coco's pretty much.
But that's your culture, dog.
Coco's like the shoe.
I want to see Coco, but
it's supposed to be amazing.
Dude, there's so many movies I've wanted to see, and like last thing I saw was Last Jedi, and like when it came out, and that's been it. Like there's been a lot to. Well, again, there's been a lot. There's still a lot to catch up.
There's still a lot to catch up on. Yeah, for sure. One thing, like, I loved Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah.
All it got nominated for was cinematography, which is great.
Good.
It got nominated for cinematography, but, like, nothing else.
I didn't love the movie, but I remember thinking this definitely needs to be nominated for
very, like, well
cinematography.
made.
I mean, it was beautiful, but you know what? I think if it deserved anything, it's definitely that.
For sure.
It's how I feel. Because, again, I mean, I loved it. I really did, but, it's not...
What else would you have nominated for?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Because the performances, they were great. It was perfect, but I mean, there is better. I hate to say it, but like there's other things. Like again, something like Get Out just like blew me out of the theater in so many ways.
Yeah.
I don't think the direction was great. for this film. I mean, the guy's done some amazing stuff in his other films,
stuff,
but like just for Blade Runner in particular, I just like,
Still, like I really like the movie, but I mean, I don't need validation. All it needs to be nominated. You know what I mean?
Definitely it looked amazing.
But, and that's what went. That's what because again, I thought to myself, I was like, you know what, like. The first one I didn't care too much about, but visually it was amazing. So I'm just like, that's reason enough for me to go watch a movie because this, the new one looked amazing. The trailers looked phenomenal. So I was like,
have you seen the original Blade Runner?
Yeah, I saw it. And that's why I wasn't. I might have been in a weird state of mind, but I just wasn't. It was hard for me to get into. It really was.
Like the original or the new one? Both.
The original. The original. No, the first one the new one from the get go. I was in.
Yeah. Well, like you're not alone. Like Blade Runner, the original, it's like it is a slow movie. My girlfriend fell asleep. We watched it, and like it's not like it's weird because they market it like an action movie. Same with 2049. They market it like an action movie. Shit is not an action movie at all, dude. It's a very slow pace, very like it's just about like mood and atmosphere, and it's like a it's like a thriller, not even a thriller. It's like a mystery.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
But it's good.
Yeah, it is.
And I totally dig it. It's just like. After Blade Runner came out, dude, you see and you watch the original, you see it inspired so many things. You see its influence like everything.
And that's why I saw it because there's like so much that I personally love, and it's like if it weren't for this movie, we wouldn't have had all that we have here. So, what was first, the novel or the movie?
For Blade Runner?
Yeah.
There was a novel.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
It's like Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Oh, I mean, I would assume the book probably came.
I mean, I imagine that, but
that's usually how it goes.
Yeah.
And usually books based off movies are ass. Well, that's not entirely true.
Yeah.
But usually like a side story.
Movies based off of books.
Usually, not every, but usually.
Yeah. Only few have nailed it. I mean, like for me, I'm like Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter killed it. Like those movies.
But then those books came first.
Yeah.
That's what even Lord of the Rings is pretty different.
It is. Absolutely.
But they just did a really great job.
Exactly, and that's the thing. I mean, it's like they captured the feel, and I mean, they captured it so well.
The important moments. Yeah. For sure.
It frustrates my girlfriend so much because she's a huge Lord of the Rings fan. She loves those movies, and I've never seen.
I know you had
and
it.
I refuse, man, and I refuse. I don't know why. I'm just an asshole, and I do it out of spite.
No, man. I mean, it's cool. I mean, fantasy's not for everyone. Retel just doesn't like fantasy.
But I like fantasy. That's the crazy thing. Like, I love The Witcher and shit.
He loves Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I love that. Swords and dragons shit, man. I love that.
Swords and dragons. But he doesn't like. But he doesn't like Lord of the Rings. It's like
this guy.
So I remember last week when we were podcasting, I was telling you about how I was over at the Extreme Air Zone.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Park.
You still hurting?
No, but did you guys hear about anything that happened there?
Getting stuck in the foam pit?
No. Okay, so literally the day after that I was there, a guy died there.
Whoa!
And I was just like, what? And the exact place I was at in the foam pit.
How did he?
And I was just like, what the fuck?
How did he die?
Hold up, he wasn't able to get out.
No. Goddamn.
So that's what you mentioned. You mentioned how it's so hard to get out. So it's just like, okay.
So guy, he dove in head first and broke his neck.
Oh my goodness, dude! Like he just hit the bottom.
Yeah, I guess so. But he was like a bigger dude, and so I think like he was just he wasn't like overweight or anything. He was just big. He was just a big guy. So he dives in head first, breaks his neck. And I was reading the story. I'm just like, what?
Yo, how deep is the ball pit or the foam pit?
Dude, it must have been just like all of the worst spots, like just like the worst possible situation. He must have hit it at the wrong place,
right. Just
with like the wrong width.
Like
maybe there was like a little.
Probably went instead of going down, he went like this.
Because at the bottom of the foam pit, it's they're trampolines, so there's give at the bottom.
Right.
So it's a bunch of foam balls sitting on trampolines, right?
Okay, but hold up. So when you're standing in this foam pit, where does it come to you? Does it come to your chest?
Oh fuck! I didn't stand up straight in it. I was usually just flopping around in it. But the guy was from Victoria too, my hometown, and he had 2 kids. Man, I was just so tragic.
Did he take his kids?
Yeah, they were there with him when it happened.
Did he die instantly? I guess
So apparently he turned all blue and he died he had cardiac arrest afterwards.
Oh shit.
And I'm just like that's insane because I was like literally just there
intense,
in that exact foam pit.
Diving head first.
I didn't dive head first, but I mean, like I was diving into it. I did like flips and shit into it and stuff, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like I knew obviously it's dangerous, and they make you sign a waiver and all this stuff, but it's like that's just like insane.
That's crazy, man. What a freak
up.
accident.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mess with that stuff, dude, man. Diving head first. That's messed up. That's just me, though.
Not
yeah,
even
I mean,
water.
diving head first wouldn't probably be a good idea.
Just anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I get. I mean, the water, sure, I guess, but
Shallow water.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, the
shallow end of the pool.
Dude. I mean,
The beach.
the public pool, man. They say don't dive for a reason.
Unless you're on like actual like deep area, but yeah, man, I was
That's
just kind
messed
of.
up.
I just kind of had to sit down. I'm just like, what the fuck? It was really crazy. And I sent it to my girlfriend. She's just like, what the hell? She's kind of.
So he went the next day.
But it's just like, I was thinking, I was like, are they gonna shut that place down now, or like, what the fuck happens?
I don't
But
think they
again,
shut
you
it
sign
down.
a waiver, right, for that.
You do. So like legally, they're probably safe, right? But it's like, would you want to go and dive into a foam pit?
I think there's enough kids that are gonna go still.
But again, the thing is, like, he
Like
dove
somebody-
head first,
yeah.
and maybe like they didn't have a rule there to not dive head first
And
because
there's,
it's
like,
safe enough.
There is no supervision. It's just
Right.
like, you know, you just go and do whatever the fuck.
And
you want.
it's a grown man.
Yeah.
Like he, again, I mean, maybe don't make a rule now. It's like don't dive. Like
Yeah.
please don't dive because this happens. Like
Yeah.
and again, even if he's a bigger guy, they can't just be like if you weigh this much, you can't
can't do it.
dive. Like
Yeah.
it's just like no, just
Yeah.
don't dive.
Ah.
I don't know why.
But I mean, personally, I wouldn't want to go there again. You know what I mean? Just knowing what happened there, I wouldn't want to dive into that foam pit.
Yo, man, that's crazy.
It is. It's
Yeah.
messed up.
It's super tragic, man.
2 kids.
Yeah, it's insane.
And for what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Nothing, dude.
Rest in peace, man.
Anyways, let's move on to something more upbeat.
What you got?
Such as
As Bucket Barnes. Oh, do we have a clip today?
Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have a top tier clip.
Yes,
We were
I've been waiting for this.
Very
shit.
devastated that we didn't have one last episode, so I was sure to have one
Yes.
prepared for today's episode.
I appreciate that.
And so the name of this clip is called "I've Been Boozled."
Okay, I think I know where this
Or
is going.
I've been boozled. I fucked it up.
I was like,
You sure it's not being boozled?
I've been boozled.
I've been boozled.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So do you guys remember this?
I remember us doing this. Yeah.
Was this like a year ago or 2 years ago?
This was
Oh,
part of the 24-hour
like
stream
the
for
fir-
2016.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the first time we ever did it.
And well, not the 24-hour stream, but it was the first time we've ever done a Bean
The
Boozled.
Bean Boozled, yeah.
Yeah, and we never did it again. We didn't do it last year. Because that shit... Anyways, let's just watch the clip.
Let's watch the
There's-
clip.
There's one point in particular that I think nobody else really caught, and it's it's Bear's brother Boris. He takes one, and he doesn't take it very well, and I think no one really noticed at the time. But I kind of focus in on it in this video. Let's take a look. So here's just kind of some setup there. So this first part,
I remember this.
I'm dying, dude. Because I think I took one that tastes like dog food or some shit.
Boris.
So Boris just took one with you right now.
Yeah.
Who's watching?
I just spat mine out.
Who's watching?
Slowing down.
Who's watching, dude?
It was worse than the last one.
Are you guys playing the challenge?
God, that was disgusting as oh.
Oh, and all the bits at
The juices.
Oh.
The juices.
Yeah, I can still taste it.
Yeah, man, that dog food was like the
The
worst
dog
one,
food
dude.
one
It
was
was.
really bad. But the one I love with Boris is because he's chewing it.
Yeah, it just slows down.
He's
Yeah.
like, I love. Everyone, shut the fuck up. Because that's gonna help.
Yeah, no, it's gonna help. It's too
If
loud,
we're-
man.
if we're
Flavor's too
quiet.
loud.
Everyone, shut the fuck up. I can't taste this.
Yeah, no, I need to decide if it's good or not.
That was my favorite part. Where is everyone, shut the fuck up. It's like, why? Do difference does it make?
And no one did. Everyone, I mean, I'm right next to the guy, and I have no idea what's going on.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's just watch it one more time. Just that part. Shout outs to Boris, former co-host of Versus the Internet podcast. So this is jump 2.
There you go. He put it in his mouth. I just spat mine out.
That's chewing. He's figuring it out. He's doing right. Oh. Yeah, no. What is that?
Dude, you zoomed in at the wrong part, dude. That's what you should have zoomed in. You see that grimace, dude? Dude, Kimmy's so concerned.
Are you guys playing the?
Oh my god, never again, dude.
That was disgusting as all.
Oh my god.
Wait a
You really
is
had
it
to
my
analyze it for a little bit.
Yeah, you really thought about it, man.
It's like, what is
You spat yours out so quickly.
Yeah,
yeah,
And you guys took it at the same time.
Yeah. I was just like, nope. He's
Yeah.
guys, shut the fuck up.
I need to need to clear this out.
I can't tell you guys. I can't tell. Is it bad?
Yeah.
Is it bad?
Shut the fuck up. I noticed how we've never played that game again.
No, we haven't.
Dude, I can't.
It led to some funny moments, but that shit was so
It
dank.
was
It was
messed
actually
up.
way worse than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
It
and
was-
spinning into that thing because eventually it was just like you'd spin
You
and
could
you want to
smell
throw
it.
out.
And
Yeah,
the thing is, too, is you would smell
Yeah,
it.
you
Like,
smell
I don't know if
that
you guys
shit.
remember, like, the place stank.
I remember.
The
I
place
remember.
stank so bad. It smelled like dog food and the rotten eggs one. The rotten
No,
eggs one was
The
bad.
vomit, dude. The vomit. and
Yeah,
the
the vomit.
Yeah.
The dog food tasted more like vomit than the vomit did,
It's
which
true.
is crazy.
They were just like,
Yeah. But
like
you
the
could
first
definitely smell the
ones-
vomit.
The first one weren't like the first ones.
The first one works.
The first ones weren't that bad because you had one that was like grass or something like that. I can handle some grass. I used to eat grass all the time. And then you had one
they
that
did in,
Island, man, the island life.
Victoria, man.
and then you had one that was like, I think it was like or like toothpaste or some bullshit like that. It's
Yeah.
like mint. It was just like nothing. It was like, who gives a
Yeah.
shit? But yeah, and then near the end we got all the bad ones. It was like rotten eggs, dog food, vomit, like 3 heavy
And
hitters.
then they just stank. They
dude.
just, but they stack too. I mean, you get one that's not so bad, but then you get another one that's not like.
Because yeah, once
but
you
then-
get one that kind
yeah.
of sets you off,
Yeah.
oh, it's like oh, and then you put another one in your mouth that's bad. It's like oh, it's just like it gets worse and worse.
It's like eternal darkness. Your sanity level, just like it's. I mean, it might not be that bad, but once it starts building up,
The
man, you
gag
just start
reflex
like,
level.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just like you're ready, man.
Oh man, and I think what I like right after I took like one of the first really bad ones is like I burped and Lou was just like oh,
I remember that. Actually.
shit
Yeah,
stank so
I
bad.
remember that.
And then our friend Paulo was there.
You okay? I thought this was. Okay, anyways, go on. Tell the story. Tell the story.
And near the end of the night, this is like I think it was like 3 a.m. or some shit. We're all super tired, and Paulo's sitting all the way at the end by like the window, right by like the door, and we're like, and then someone over in the kitchen because the kitchen is where we played the game and it stank really bad over there. And someone in the kitchen's like, "Oh, it smells really bad," and then Paulo's just like. Because Paul's a quiet guy. He doesn't usually,
He didn't say anything.
he didn't say
all
anything
night.
all night. And then all of a sudden, as soon as someone reacts to it smelling bad in the kitchen, he's just like, see, it smells really bad over there.
See?
It smells really bad over there.
And then this guy relentless. relentless.
No, but there was a suddenly it just went quiet though. That's what I remember though, because for whatever reason everyone heard it. Like it was everyone
And you gotta
heard
keep in mind,
it.
there was like 14 people in the house in the living room. There's a lot of people here.
There's
dude.
lots of movements.
Lots of movement, lots of talking, lots of side conversations.
But then-
as soon as Paulo talked,
Like I mean, people were still talking, but he finished the sentence and it was quiet. and I mean I heard it and I wanted to crack up. But I don't remember who started it. Was
This guy.
Because I think we were all thinking the same thing without realizing.
He was the one who said it.
I broke the seal, dude. For sure. Oh, smells really bad over there. See?
And everyone, like at that moment, everyone knew, everyone heard it, and we just lost it for half hour. This poor guy who's like super chill, nice guy, you know, like smart guy, but
The one time he talks all night.
And dude, we roasted.
and we just killed him. He never came back, dude. He moved to Japan. Like he was done
Oh,
with us,
smells
man.
really bad over there. See? It's just like it's
Right,
funny.
man. It's just like and everyone with their version of it, man.
Of course. It's really, really stinky, see? It's just like, and then that became his, like, like, you know, Boris is like the king of just like impersonating people. I wouldn't say he's the king, but he's
I won't
just
say
like,
impersonating,
does
but
it.
like
he just
dubbing people
He does it the most.
as a certain like
Yeah.
you know
As you know, he
he like
has a voice
memes
for
everybody.
me.
Yeah.
He's got a voice for his brother. He's got a voice for you, and that was the Paulo voice there on after.
Freaking mobster, man. Like he doesn't even talk that, and that's what was so funny because he doesn't talk that way.
Yeah,
but he just came out like a
doesn't
total
at all.
mobster, and they're just like
Just that
oh.
one time for some
Oh, man.
reason.
Shouts to Paulo. He just moved to
Yeah,
Japan.
He's chilling in
I hope
Japan.
you're doing good.
Yeah, I'm really envious, dude. That's probably
Yeah,
a crazy
doing
life
his thing.
experience. And he's got no plans to come back. He's just there indefinitely, you know what I mean?
For now.
For now until I'm sure he'll come back at some point. This is where his family and whatever is, right? So I don't know. It's crazy. Shout outs to Paulo. Follow him on Instagram. I'll put it in the video. Now let's move on. So that was this episode's top tier clips.
It's a good
Hope
clip.
you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna move on to some
Okay.
bucket barns.
Bucket
I was
barns.
gonna say
Yeah.
it's completely off topic, but I finally saw Sin City too.
Ah, you
Ooh.
did.
I was bothered by it.
Dude, yeah, I didn't like it.
I
either.
I know everyone hated on it, and I mean, and you told then some people told us like, yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like it was all right, and yeah, it was. It like I but just visually, I was like, what went wrong?
It was
wasn't the
visually
same,
that was
eh?
the problem.
It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. Like there's something off about it.
Like if the visuals, I mean, I mean, if the visuals were good, it would have been all right. But like, how hard was it? The first time they got it right because they got it panel from panel. Like the story, the way it was presented, the pacing, it was all like spot on. Like because I saw it last night. Damien and I watched Sin City 1 and then we watched Sin City 2 right after. So maybe the problem was watching too much Sin City, but the first one was phenomenal to this day.
It's a
Like
great
it came out like 2005, I think, and I've seen.
Yeah, 2004, I think.
And like
really-
and most of it's CG. Like the background is green screen.
Yeah.
But it looks phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
it
again,
still
watching
holds
it,
up. Yeah, it still holds up. I think.
holy
yeah.
crap, so good. But then the second one, I was like, they had more money than the first one, so it wasn't a money issue. But like, it looked again visually like it was just awful. I mean, it was the same people doing it, as far as I know, or at least
Was it Robert Rodriguez?
it was still him. It was still Frank Miller, but like
Something was just off.
it was just there was just some
There's
weird decisions they made in
Something
there.
special about the first movie for sure.
Yeah.
It just like all the side stories, they were just so good. And who's the guy who played Marv? What's his name again?
Mickey Rourke.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah.
Ah, dude, he was just perfect.
Yeah,
Yes,
He was the highlight.
I mean,
of the
they
movie
all
for me,
really
dude.
were. Like, I loved all of them. Like Bruce Willis was Hardigan, yeah, Clive Owen as,
Oh man,
as Dwight. Man, like they all
it was just perfect.
killed it.
yeah.
You know.
The creepy Elijah Wood.
Well, I mean, Elijah Wood,
Elijah
Michael
Wood, yeah.
Madison, like the whole, like,
Yeah.
what an ensemble. Like, it was phenomenal.
What's his name playing the yellow bastard?
Oh, I don't know them.
Can't remember his name.
But-
Nick Stahl. Nick Stahl. I think.
That's, yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Oh.
so.
Jessica Alba.
This guy. But yeah. He was like the one part that I was just like, yeah, it could have been anybody really.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But again, number two, like, there was just it was too bad. It's very unfortunate for me. It broke my heart because I wanted to watch it for so long.
Yeah.
I saw it, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah,
There's a
everyone
reason.
I
was
was
right.
disappointed too. Yeah.
Like,
When
I mean,
did that come out?
it's like,
Because I haven't even seen it yet.
'cause it
And I
was-
love the first movie. So
maybe
I think-
2015.
I think because of all the negative buzz, that's why I didn't watch it.
I thought
it was older.
because it was like 10 years after the original,
So it must have been. I think it was 14, dude.
Yeah.
maybe.
So I'm pretty sure
14.
Sin City was 2004.
So it was very unfortunate because I mean, they had it figured out, like they really did. And this one, I mean, the news stories I thought were great. Like I didn't finish the movie, to be honest. I didn't even finish.
Damn, didn't even finish it.
I
Not
didn't
even
finish
worthy
Nancy's-
of your time.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, Damien was done with it, and I was like, yeah, fine. Like I'm gonna toss this movie because it just,
Flush it.
yeah, I legit because I'm just like, well, whatever.
Yeah, you didn't miss much.
Yeah.
But you saw all of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw it all. It
Was he at least good in it, or?
Yeah, he was phenomenal.
I mean, I don't know if it was just because it was a new story, but like I was totally into it.
I-
You know, and like he was great in it.
I mean, that's something I like about Frank Miller is like nothing. It doesn't seem like his work is not taboo. He's willing to add on to it, like even if it's many years later. Because I mean, Sin City was done in the '90s,
Yeah.
and so he added these 2 new stories that I felt fit. Like they worked, and they. I mean, again, I didn't finish Nancy's story, so I don't know how it ended. If the senator dies or not, which, whatever. But
Because
Yeah.
Sin City was like it was like a series of separate stories, right?
yeah,
Did the first movie cover all of them? There must have
No.
been a bunch missed out.
no, because there's 9 different books, I believe, and yeah, they're all different stories. But one of those is just a series of short stories
Right.
that some of them include, like some of the other characters. But no, so they didn't. I mean, there's
So they made new stories for the second movie?
yeah, they
Oh,
made
that's
this,
interesting.
and again, I thought they were great. Like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, I thought was a very nice touch. Like it really, really was, and just everything about it. But again, just the presentation was so distracting. For me, it was so distracting after seeing the first and seeing the new one. It's like things were like flashy without having to be. Like they went more when the first one, like less was more. Like and again, because it followed the graphic novel, and the graphic novel was brilliant. It was
Was
a
it
work
all
of
in
art.
black and white again?
Yeah.
Except for certain things
yeah.
that would highlight certain things.
Yeah, there was a lot more color, and again, it was just like I don't know if it was
The
necessary.
only things that had color in the first movie were like what? Like Dwight's car.
Blood, yeah, Dwight's shoes,
yellow guy.
some like
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
and there was different moments with the lighting that you'd see like
Yeah,
a
like,
bit
like
of
the,
color,
the
but
police lights.
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
police
Yeah,
lights
yeah,
and
yeah.
different things. But I mean, yeah, it was, yeah, just again, it was just it
I
broke my
still
heart.
have,
I won't lie.
Like the opening sequence for the first one with like Josh Hartnett.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
so
right,
it's so
yeah.
good. Such a great opening.
What the hell happened to Josh Hart?
right, and yeah,
He's doing stuff like he just finished Penny Dreadful's done now, but like he's been doing like just like a bunch of like random indie
I
stuff.
liked.
He wanted like
Josh
because he
Hartnett,
wanted to step away from Hollywood. Like he like they were like really building up. I think he was gonna be in like a I don't know if it was Superman or something like one
know.
of these like bigger superhero movies, and he was just kind of like no, like I don't like where this is going. I'm gonna take a step back. So he made like this conscious choice to step away from Hollywood.
I respect it.
Yeah, and then he's just like recently made it more of like a resurgence. But then yeah, they wrapped Penny Dreadful, which is a cool show. I think you should check it out. You'd probably like it. Yeah.
What's it about?
It's about like you got like Frankenstein and like I don't know, like it's kind of like that. But you know what Penny Dreadful is, right? It's like one of those like old school comics that are like I guess they're like a penny, but they were just like had like these monster. They're like little monster comics from like way back in the day. So I guess that's where the inspiration for the name came. But it's basically about like these I don't know, like this is Josh Hartnett's character is kind of like a werewolf, but he's also like this cowboy, and he's kind of fighting this werewolf disease he's got. And
nice.
you got who's that? Timothy Dalton. He's like he plays like the kind of like who's the dude in like the lead of Extraordinary Gentlemen?
I don't remember the names.
You got me, dude.
Who's the one with the guy? He's not the same character, but he's kind of like that kind of character. He's the one that Sean Connery plays.
Oh,
He's kind of like this.
Sean
like,
Connery played
hunter.
like 007.
No, like in League of
no,
Extraordinary
he was an
Gentlemen.
English fella, but I can't remember the character's name.
Anyways,
so
it's a
so-
bad way to put it, but like I'm not doing a good job of explaining it all. But like, but you would like it.
What's the name of it? You
Penny
said-
Dreadful.
Penny Dreadful.
Penny
okay,
Dreadful,
okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
is it
check
on
it out. I'll
Netflix?
check it out. Yeah, where's
It's
it on?
not. I just watched it online. I streamed it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so
Here is an actor trying to support the industry.
Hey man, I'm trying to support myself first.
I get it.
okay, well, so with that said, though, I mean, again, that like really upsetting for me, very very upsetting. So
Sin City 2?
yeah,
Yeah.
like, because I love Sin City. That's like the first graphic novels that I collected like the whole collection. Like so, it's dear to me. So I'm curious, well, like what movies like upset you guys like to the extreme?
For like something that
Like we were just disappointed.
Yeah,
Like, we
you
had
watched
high
it?
expectations and
Well, it does. I mean, whatever. Just like you came out and you were just
I guess
devastated.
the only like parallel I have to that, because it was something that you love and then the movie was not good. Resident Evil, dude.
oh,
Like I love
yeah.
Resident Evil, like obviously the games,
Mm-hmm.
and like the movies are just oh man, they're bad. Like
Yeah.
number one, it's entertaining.
Right.
It was like it was stupid, whatever. It wasn't, Alice is whatever. She's this new character, and the story revolves around her for whatever fucking reason. I don't even treat them as like a Resident Evil movie. It's its own separate fucking thing, right? But anything after that is just straight trash, like terrible. And they tried. It was so frustrating because and I watched every single one with hopes, and they would bring in like Leon. They brought Leon in, and he was not Leon. Good. He was not good, and they had Ada. It was not, and like they straight up ripped her costume out of like Resident Evil 4 and everything. And Leon, he had the jacket from Resident Evil 4, but it was just not like it was not good. Well, I mean, it was not well done.
I mean, what was it called? Like the movie with Nemesis in it. I mean, Nemesis looked from what I remember, he looked amazing. Yeah. And Jill Valentine again picked right from the games, but everything else.
Okay, Resident Evil 1 and 2, the movies. Those are the only ones that are like respectable. Two is not as good as 1. No, it wasn't, in my opinion. But at least they got Nemesis and they took.
Did you have Mike Epps in that movie?
Dude, they had Lyndon Ashby in 3 too.
Yeah, I remember that. We saw that in theaters. Yeah.
Extinction, and I'm just like, oh, it's my boy Johnny Cage, and he got fucked up.
Yeah.
But man, those are the. Yeah. It's definitely Resident Evil is very disappointing, but it's getting rebooted film franchise. Being produced by James Wan, so you never know. It might.
I forgot about that.
That might. We'll see if that actually fucking happens. First of all, a lot of these things. I remember like they've been trying to make a new Mortal Kombat movie for like 15 fucking years. So a lot. I feel like.
I mean, it might be different with Resident Evil just because it's already had. Right. I mean, it's successful.
And the crazy thing is those movies.
It made money.
They made money. It's insane.
So it's got a better chance.
Because that dude, I forgot the fellow's name, but he shoots them like where he gets like a crazy tax credit. So he purposely makes bad movies.
Oh no, Uwe Boll.
Yeah, it's that dude, isn't it?
He didn't do the Resident Evil ones. No, thank God. We've talked about Uwe Boll a lot on the old podcast. But no, Uwe Boll is just notoriously terrible.
Yeah.
And he would make all these video game adaptations. He did Far Cry. Like he did Alone in the Dark.
Was it Blood Rain as well?
He did Blood Rain.
1 and 2.
They're just all they're garbage.
Yeah,
garbage.
They're straight trash. Like it's they're all straight to DVD as well.
Yeah, they are.
Ugh. How about you, Lou?
I don't know, man. To be honest, I can't think of any right now. I mean, there have been.
I'm sure you've been disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. I just can't think of one right now. I've been disappointed by the latest superhero movies.
Yeah.
Like Justice League and even Thor. Really, like it was funny, but like I don't know, like they just feel like they're just making passable movies now.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing really particularly great about them. Like they're funny, but like
they're just pumping them out too.
Does every superhero movie need to be funny? Like
they're pumping them out, and I think a big problem is they like everything is so rushed because it's legitimately rushed. They have the date set before they even start production.
Yeah.
It's fucking before they have a script. Sometimes it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I think another one that was a big disappointment to me was Spider-Man 3. Because I was so stoked to see Venom on the big screen, dude.
Yeah.
I was so stoked to see Venom on the big screen. And then I saw they casted Topher Grace from that 70s show. And I'm just like,
maybe Venom himself will be
maybe
cool.
Venom will still be redeemable. Because, Eddie Brock was a big dude, even in the comics, dude. But they got literally the skinniest dude they could possibly find to play Eddie Brock.
And I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Venom for me should be like 4 times the size of Spider-Man. Like without the suit.
Exactly. He's a big dude.
Like, I mean, that iconic look, like, But okay, so be it. It could have been Topher Grace. Sure, like it would have worked, like not being able
Maybe
to
once he has a symbiote on, he's a lot
exactly
bigger. Yeah.
like because you could do anything with this.
Exactly.
But mind you, I still haven't seen it, so I'm still waiting for a Venom movie. I'm still waiting for a Venom movie.
Well, at least they got Tom Hardy.
I know, at least.
So,
at least
we will see what happens. Sony don't fuck that shit up. And the big problem too with the Venom is like you don't even see the iconic Venom face. Like I think for a little brief point, but when he goes and he talks to Peter Parker. It's Topher Grace's face, and then just like the symbiote peels back. And I'm just like, come on.
But again, that's the heartbreaking thing about like these big stars, if you can call him a big star, whatever, because it's just like again, like Will Smith, like as like Deadshot, it's just like put on the bloody mask. Like that's what I want to see. I don't want to like. It's bad enough we have Will Smith back there, so be it. But I don't want to be seeing your face. I want the mask.
But that's the thing. It's like, man, we're paying all this money for Will Smith.
But that's what we're paying for.
If you just have a dude with a mask on, that could be anybody.
But
we got Deadpool around. I mean, his personality shows up big,
Yeah,
but
that's
like
true.
But I mean, he's brilliant though. I mean,
He's-
he knows what he's selling. Like they have it figured out, and it's great. And I don't know. I hear he's a nice guy.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's a nice. Well, so the
Good
one that
Vancouver boy.
I mean, there's one guy we have in the truck now. He worked on Deadpool, like he was there through it, and so he like I get all these like, just so how it is on set and whatnot. And it's insane, but it's cool. It's way cool. Maybe in the future.
Because yeah, you work mainly on like TV productions, right?
Yeah, that's all I do.
Because I guess movies they're like a different beast.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are. They really are.
Yeah.
Hopefully though,
Yeah,
maybe
of
Deadpool
course.
3. Deadpool 3.
It's possible, man.
Yeah,
It's
man,
possible.
for sure. Get
Possible.
all that experience with Legends of Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, let's dive into some
Bucket Barnes.
Bucket Barnes. I forgot the name of it there for a second. I went last time. You pull one. No, Jesus. It's so fierce.
What is your Wu-Tang clan name? We need to pop up the generator.
Yeah,
This is a
well,
good
okay,
question.
pull up the
This
generator.
is a good question. Okay.
I remember not liking mine. I don't remember what it is, but I remember thinking, what?
You know, I haven't done this. I actually haven't
I
done
haven't done
this.
it.
This was a long time ago, though, so I don't remember what it is, but
We're gonna do it. We'll go through. We'll do all of the top tier.
it was definitely no Childish Gambino.
Here we go. It's already in my history. There you go. Which site is it here?
I don't know, bro.
It's gotta be
The
first
actual
one, dude,
name generator
man.
gave Childish Gambino his name.
Okay. Who's gonna go
Let's
first?
start with you, dude.
Me?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
with
you got the keys.
So do I put?
Brendan
First-
Retel.
Brendan Trent Retel.
Here we go. Enter the
Enter the
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang, baby. Wu-Ang. Wu-Ang.
There we go.
Wu-Tang.
Erratic
Erratic pupil.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, that's not bad.
It sounds,
Erratic pupil.
sounds right. Yeah, you're a pupil.
I mean, erratic by itself
Erratic.
would have been
E
cool.
dash radic pupil.
There you go, man. There's your new handle, dude. Erratic pupil. That's not bad. No, it's fine.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not terrible.
No,
It's not
that's
great.
fine.
It's not great. All right, who we got? Lou Tixon. You ready to enter the Wu-Tang?
Let's
dog?
enter the Wu-Tang, baby. Irate prophet. That's what
Irate?
it was.
Irate prophet?
Irate prophet.
Irate?
Irate.
IRA
Nah.
profit. Yeah.
Right?
Erratic
Yeah, it
pupil
was.
was better.
Okay, what's
Irate
irate?
prophet
What's
would
that
have been
even
better.
mean?
Irate. To be irate
I
is
don't know,
like
hit up that dictionary real quick,
yeah.
dude.
See
That
man.
urban
That's-
dictionary.
the herb.
what was it? Irate. It means
Feeling or characterized by great anger. They're like irritated.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Man, we're
okay,
so
so
stupid.
there's yeah, I won't lie. I thought it was. I thought it was. I thought it was irritated, but I've never looked it up. So
It's true.
We're just making sure.
You want Ben or Benjamin?
Benjamin, dude. It's all about the Benjamins. There ain't no money in Ben.
That's been Josa.
That's how you spell
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah, you nailed it.
Okay. You ready to enter the
Oh,
Wu-Tang?
man,
dog?
I'm
Just
ready.
enter that shit, dude.
Ooh.
Sexy Dominator.
You're so sexy, dude.
Damn, dude.
He's a dominator too, man.
you got what is it? The erratic pupil.
Erratic pupil.
Ari prophet, and I'm just thinking, okay, yeah, it's gonna be something like mellow.
Sexy
Dominator.
Dominator.
Dang.
Dude. You're dominating people all sexy like.
Whatever sexy means.
All right. Who
Let's
should
hit
we
up that
do?
other site, dog.
Okay, you want to see? Are they?
And see if there's any difference.
They're using the same algorithm.
Wu-Tang Clan.
So
Use that one right there. The one on Reddit, I guess.
the actual name generator. Okay, here we go. I think this is the same one,
It's
dude.
the same
Oh,
one.
there it
Alright,
is.
Well, let's try a different one.
You don't like your name, dude?
I'm just curious, man. I was curious if you'll get some other ones. Oh, it's all the same, though.
Yeah, it
Okay,
is all the same, dude.
Well,
There's
shit.
only the one site. You are the irate prophet.
Irate
man.
prophet, man.
All right, who are we gonna do next? We'll do Bear.
Beirut. Barrows.
Or how do you spell it? Is it?
Rouz.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
All right. So your boy Bear.
Is he? You ready to enter the Wu-Tang? Text him.
What the
Call him
fuck,
real
dude?
quick.
For him.
Call him real quick.
Pesty
Pesty
Desperado.
Pesty Desperado. Yeah.
Start calling them
For some
pesty?
reason, it's
Hold on.
fitting, dude.
Yeah, you say the word pesty
It's
is
just
like so
it's pretty,
perfect.
yeah.
Start calling them
Pesty
pesty.
desperado. I like that. Actually, for him, yeah, that's a good one.
Whitney.
Whitney.
How
Colleen
Whitney
Santos.
Santos Flores.
are you doing the full thing?
Yeah, with an E. With an E.
Wait.
Whitney. No.
Whitney.
Santos Flores. Is that right?
It's no.
It's a hyphen.
with
the
a little
hyphen? Oh,
yeah.
you need the hyphen.
Yeah, you need that, dude. It's part of the name. It's gonna change everything.
Here we go. We should try it with and without the hyphen. See if the results are different. Here we go.
Dynamic genius.
Yo, that's
What the
That,
fuck?
the
How come she
Doom,
gets a
though,
cool
man.
one,
She
man?
got the Doom.
Let's try it without the hyphen. Let's see if it makes a fucking difference.
watch it just be dynamic hyphen genius. This time.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's probably the same shit.
No,
Midnight
Criminal.
What the fuck, dude? That hyphen changes everything.
Change the game.
She went
Bro.
from being a dynamic
Yo,
genius.
put a hyphen in my name real quick.
Lou dash Dixon. So stupid.
Let's see this shit, dude.
That changed That changed it so much. What the fuck? Dash Dixon. This is how you gotta sign everything from now on. This is actually
It's a combination, dude. Man.
Fuck that,
yo,
dude.
fuck this generator, dude.
Put Donald Glover in and see if we get Childish
Oh,
Gambino.
that's true. I'm sure tons of people have tried that before.
Yeah, right. This is a fucking genius idea.
Yeah, it's
Glober.
Globe.
Oh,
Dude, man.
Glover.
Globber?
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Put Glober in. Donald Glover. Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Here you go.
Profound
He's a
magician.
profound magician.
We'll
That's a
have to
good
cut it,
name,
man.
dude.
We'll have
That's,
to cut it, though. I
that's,
don't know.
that's not bad though.
Oh my goodness. I already forget what mine was. I was the erratic
Erratic
Pupil.
pupil.
I don't know if I like it. I'm changing my YouTube channel name. Once again.
It's ridiculous.
Fourth different name. All right, Ben, pull that shit.
All right, yeah. There you go. Pull it. Pull it. This is an easy one. What is the best video game controller?
Oh,
PSP, dude. Easy.
that's an easy one?
Controller and game right in your hands, dude.
Yo, that's not great, dude.
No, it was bad. I only had one shitty little thumb thing.
Yeah, no, it's bad. That thing
Remember you had to
broke.
play Monster Hunter was super popular in the PSP, and there's a specific grip. You had to play like a claw.
Yeah. Yo,
It's
the
crazy.
PS, man. The PS has been killing it all these years.
PlayStation? Like which
Yeah.
one?
I bet they're all pretty much the same.
Well, DualShock 1 and 2 and 3 are all very similar.
Well, I mean,
But
yeah,
4
I mean the
changes
PS.
up a
I
lot.
mean the PS2 one. I mean,
The PS2 one? The problem with the PS2 one is it doesn't have like, you know how like when you pull the trigger, it's got like you can pull it, put it all the way or
yeah.
like halfway
It
and
didn't
then
have
all the
that?
way. Didn't have that.
Oh, I thought
That one
did.
was just a button.
Yeah, I really like.
Makes
Well,
a big difference.
whatever. You know, what? But I'll go with the PS4. Legit, I like the controller. I think it's
PS4,
fine.
yeah, the DualShock 4 is great. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go GameCube. The
Uh,
GameCube controller,
And
still my favorite.
it had a lot
a
of
good
useless
one.
buttons though.
Hmm?
It almost seemed like it had a lot of useless buttons.
No,
Yeah, I mean
I don't think
Smash
so.
Brothers. You had 4 buttons to jump.
that's just Smash Brothers.
Yeah. What else
Well,
would
it
you?
had-
What else did you want to
It
play
had-
on there?
If you want to talk like a lot of useless buttons, N64 controller, dude. That one you had like A, B, and then like fucking all the
C
C
buttons.
sticks,
Yeah,
all the
those
C
ones didn't
buttons.
work either, huh?
Yeah, like you had 6 fucking face buttons,
Yeah.
and then the analog, and then on the side the directional pad. I was like, what the hell is that trash? But the GameCube was a lot better.
Yeah. No, GameCube was good.
GameCube was a great controller. The only problem is you had the Z, but you didn't have anything on the
Yeah,
left.
that was weird.
That was the biggest problem with it.
I'm a big fan of the Dreamcast controller.
Really?
Yeah, I like that thing a lot.
Oh, you were whoa.
Maybe because I played a lot of Third Strike on it. It just like worked for me.
Probably.
You were okay. I love the Dreamcast. I have mine hooked up right now,
Hold- So
and I've
what-
been playing a lot. But the weakest part of the Dreamcast was the controller.
You think so, man?
I think
it was
so.
comfortable, man. It like everything was there. Your triggers were good.
You had
What was
one
the middle
analog,
thing
you had the
for?
shittiest directional pad.
That was not bad, dude. The
It was a
directional pad was
bad
not bad.
directional
What was the middle thing for? I know there was like
You
the
put like
VMU,
the little thing,
virtual memory.
virtual memory
unit?
unit.
That's probably totally wrong.
because there was a
You
yeah.
put your little saves on it. That was like the whole
okay.
gimmick. And you could
Okay.
take shit with you.
Because I'm sure all the controllers do it, but the PS4 one I like that like lights up. It'll make it has sound effects. It has a lot of crazy things that come out of the controller. Does the Xbox do that?
The Xbox one doesn't light up.
No. That has
Um,
sounds come out of it.
No, doesn't have
Oh.
sounds coming out of it. The only Like I haven't used the Xbox like Elite controller. I think that's probably like would be.
Yeah, I still
the
like
best one.
that.
That's like
The
$150
Xbox One controller is really great.
The,
I mean,
the Xbox controller is really good. The PS4 and the Xbox controllers are good.
Yeah.
They're both really good.
It's the worst controller. What's the worst one?
what's the worst one?
The worst one?
The NES, bro.
Well,
The-
it had
the-
everything you needed.
Well, it's just
though.
really
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
It was, like,
It's
square.
just
It was a
uncomfortable, man. It's like
rectangle.
it had corners and shit.
No,
It's just
but
so small.
like-
As a kid, it's fine, but like you
Yeah.
touch that shit now, it's like, dude.
I mean, it could be wrong, but yeah, I think like I think the controller I had to press really hard on the select or start.
Oh, that was like the
That was
SNES
the thing, right?
controllers, dude. We're
Was
like that,
the
too.
SNES? Okay.
I like that too, yeah, but they were more comfortable. I mean, like the Sega Genesis controller was pretty
Those ones were-
okay. It was pretty okay.
Yeah, because it was like grooves.
Because
It
it
was
was
like
bigger, yeah, yeah.
rounded.
So,
yeah.
but so compared to the NES, it was just like
I think
it was
the
better.
Duke, man, the original Xbox controller, the big fucking meaty
Oh,
ones,
that-
those were
yeah.
bad controllers. So that they had those
Oh,
controllers
yeah,
for
yeah,
a
yeah,
year,
right,
and then
right,
they
right.
redesigned them.
Right, yeah, the OG ones, yeah,
The
yeah,
OG
yeah.
ones.
Well, I mean,
the Duke.
But going back to the Sega, that one was actually rough. Now that I think about it, because you had the SNES, which had all these buttons, and then
Yeah.
they'd port the same game to the like
Did you call wait, hold on? Did you just call it the
SNES.
SNES?
no, yeah, the SNES.
What? I've never heard any.
I've heard it before, but
Really?
yeah,
I've heard
SNES.
SNES, SNES, Super Nintendo,
SNES.
SNES.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Whatever.
I don't know if I like it.
Well, the SNES, whatever.
You ain't gotta like it, dog.
But
Do.
I just remember playing like I think it was Mortal Kombat or something. But you had to press, I think, the start button. I had to press another button so you could switch because the Sega Genesis only had the 3 buttons.
The 3 face buttons, yeah.
So you had like light kick, medium kick, heavy kick. So you had to press another button to switch it to like the light punch, medium punch, heavy kick, or heavy punch. Yeah, I remember that. So it wasn't. Games didn't translate
No.
the best. At least fighting games didn't translate
That
too
is
well.
pretty rough.
I don't know if there was a different controller that they ever came out with.
They
but-
came out with a 6-button one.
Okay.
Because you had the 3, and then they
Yeah.
came out with a 6-button one. And it was especially like around the time like Street Fighter came out, because that was a 6-button game.
That's why.
That's why, like, yeah, then it became like essential. You couldn't fucking play without the
Well,
6-button
you
controller.
dude, I was playing it. Don't tell me you couldn't play it.
Shit is rough.
You would, man.
See, at least it was equal handicap. Kind of. in a way.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Like the Wiimote. The Wiimote wasn't bad, though. It was just like, I don't know. I hated the controllers. I hated motion control, just period.
Yeah, yeah, they were great.
That whole era, that whole generation of the waggle and shit. Hated all that. And like, you know, the nunchuck and Wii remote, they're cool, but it's like you got this cord dangling everywhere. And it's, no.
I mean, just the PS1, like it's different subject, but the memory sticks, like
Yeah.
that on that was rough. Having to like delete things or your files getting corrupted.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking,
I
man.
remember I had like, like they would always sell those like knockoff memory cards. I remember I got one for my GameCube, and it broke my GameCube, dude. I was so pissed.
Oh.
It was, I think it was like a Mad Catz. I'm pretty sure it was a Mad Catz memory card, and it had like, I remember I was so stoked. It got 32 megabytes up in this bitch. Dude, it's huge.
32 megabytes.
So much space.
Yeah.
And it's literally like days after my GameCube fucking stopped working. I was
That's
so
messed up.
devastated. Had to send it to Nintendo to be repaired. I was without my GameCube for like a month. It was.
Did it come back fresh?
It came back working and all that shit. I just played a shitload of Pokemon while it was gone, so it was all right. But those were the days, man.
See,
Yeah,
there-
man, those were good days.
For the PS1, I don't know, like the original PS1, did you guys ever do the trick to play other games, like burnt games? Because
Yeah.
Because I had a friend who did it. Because we had ours modded, so it was fine. We just play games. But there was a trick where you had the lid up, and you had to press a certain button down, but you start up the game, and then at a certain point you swap the burnt game,
Yeah.
and then you would put back the original. And either way, it was hilarious
That was
to watch.
that was the Dreamcast tech for the longest time. Before they had
was it?
self-booting discs.
Okay.
You like when the Dreamcast like mod first kind of started happening, you had what they called a boot disc. So
Yeah.
you would start it with a boot disc,
Right,
and then you
right.
would pop the tray open, take it out, and put in your burnt copy.
Yeah.
And then it would work off of that. But then they eventually got so good at it, they found a way to just make self-booting games.
Right.
But poor Dreamcast, dude. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace,
Rest
man.
in peace. Anyways, that is going to be it for episode 81 of the Top Tier Podcast. If you guys want your questions read on the show, send them in to toptierpodcast@gmail.com. Also, shout outs to all of our supporters over at Patreon. Patreon.com/Top Tier Podcast. Thank you so much. And you can, of course, find the show on YouTube, youtube.com/toptierpodcast.
That's youtube.com/
The Instagram.
Over on... So you're gonna use an ASL, dude. And then you can also find the show over on all of the podcast directories. I use Podcast Addicts and Beyond Pod. Those are also really good. You can find the show very easily with a quick search. And
you updating the Instagram, dude?
no, fucking Billy. Fucking Billy's like, yo, you want me to start a top tier podcast Instagram? I'll post and everything. I'll take care of it. He hasn't posted anything, dude. This motherfucker. The only posts on there are ones I've made.
I thought it was Yogurt. I thought Yogurt
Did he
was
make
posting.
that one with you dancing on your birthday?
That was like one, dude. That was like the first post.
At least he got you on your
Yeah.
day, bro.
He got the one and done. And then he hasn't posted anything since. So I don't know if one of you guys want to manage it.
I mean, I'll post some stuff.
Yeah.
I just
If
don't
I
know.
think of something, but maybe I thought Billy, he gave us his word.
A part of me doesn't know what to post. I was like, oh, I should post this. But I was like, actually,
if
is
I'm
this
ever
appropriate?
struck with inspiration, I'll
Yeah,
I know,
that's
right,
kind of where I'm at.
And of course, we also started our Discord. I have no idea how Discord works, but we do have a top tier community
Yeah.
Discord channel.
Oh, we do.
Yeah.
Great.
Someone could hit us up and tell us how that's supposed to
I
work
think
because I have no idea.
It's just like a
what's-
big, I think conversation
Yeah.
and stuff. And I think you can make, I don't know. It's an easy way to if you want to play a game or something with one of the
Right.
top tier peoples.
Yeah, it's a community thing. I know it's
It's a
like
community
it's
thing,
like
for
a
sure.
like easy access into
Maybe
the
we're
community.
too old for this shit, man. We don't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks, Lou. Thanks, Ben. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.
Yeah. Thanks, Lou.
Thanks, you guys. Fuck you.